Gonna just give everybody a second. Get here. We're gonna do a Q&A. Also talking about direction, focus, and intent. Okay, that's good right there. So we're doing a Q&A also tonight. I do have two Facebook pages that I share information on, but I am in Facebook jail right now, so I won't be there for about 24 more days. But we also got a few things going on that we're going to talk about also. But on Facebook, I have the Oklahoma Bigfoot Predator Watch, in parentheses, antlers and surrounding areas. Also, Choctaw Missing and Murdered Woman, WOMBMAN, and Sun Center and Database. There's two group pages that I have on Facebook that I link these streams to, but I can't do that for 24 more days. So if anybody can link that to that page, I would appreciate it. Hey, Joe. Dulcie's here. JR is here. Uh, Joe's off work again, and he's driving home, so he gets to listen. Well, that's even great too. I didn't. Oh, okay. So you probably just got your phone there. I thought it was like the streamed on the radio or something. But also our team, we have I guess you would say a tracking duty tomorrow morning. Um, it's at a friend's house, but she's also a respected person in the area as far as Choctaw people. Everybody knows her. She's one of those strong women. Everybody knows her. But she had a report of a prowler, and she called the sheriffs and the tribals. They came out, didn't find anything. Um, didn't find a vehicle down the road. For a prowler to be there. She lives out pretty much in the Woodline area. Um, so for a prowler to do something like that, that's just, and that is also an area I've tracked on this side of that area, and I've tracked on that side of the area. She would be right in the middle. Hello, Kathy. I'm glad you're here. But the place where we're going to be tracking tomorrow is right in two between two places where I've tracked before, and there's also a documentary of maybe 3 more miles up the road from this prowler that happened on Saturday, and that's the area we're going to be tracking. And they did say that they heard leaves rustling on the other side of the fence at times. So, as far as it sounded like feet. So we're gonna be checking that out tomorrow morning. Go have some coffee with them, and whenever we go and check out any place like that, and if you're ever having to go check out any place like that, or if you've ever wanted to start doing like investigations around your own areas and other friends or family's area, go and talk with them. Have some coffee with them. Have some water with them. Talk to them. Don't just go up there and do what you got to do. I mean, don't just tell them you're going to be in the area, then go meet the people because they will give you the best intel. Daryl Green, he's here tonight. Hey, Daryl. Kathy, okay. All right, everybody's be doing a Q&A, but we will be. I just want to talk about a few things on what our team is doing, um, because the stream was actually started for the team, and then it just after we completed what we need to complete or did, and then we turned it into more of a team, but Bigfoot channel. And we're the only people that's probably in the world that's going to tell you. I mean, there are other people who know what we know, but you're not supposed to know what we tell you, I guess you would say. I've even had comments. I got some comments today, and that kind of, when somebody would leave a comment, but then leave it to where you couldn't reply back. They just wanted to say blah 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 blah, and then get it to where you couldn't respond, which I guess you would call them punks. I would. but um, but the place that we're gonna be tracking tomorrow is a hot spot. There was a documentary, like I was talking about. It's on Bigfoot Odyssey. I think it's episode 86, and that is with Mark Copeland. So, or Google Mark Copeland Bigfoot Odyssey. If you watch that documentary, it doesn't take long. I think it's about an hour, if that. But the place we're going to be tracking of the prowler is only about 3 more miles up the road. And this was before the influx of the other Bigfoots, because we've got Bigfoots just running, all over the place right now. We, like we was talking about, we had another sighting in Moyers from one of the hunters, not too long before the prowler. Another team member was down here, I would say a month and a half ago, and we tracked in the area where the documentary was done, and we still found prints. We still pushed some Bigfoots out. We've seen them move. We have their blurs. They did exactly what we tell people here that they're going to do. It's like we can just go out there and just talk about the scene that we're going to see before we see it, and it's going to happen every time. That's how good we are. We know what's going to happen. We know where to push them. We can push them. But besides that one, there's another group going out that we're going to be on call for. Some of our guys are ready to go. If we get a call, we're going to go in and help either. Well, the only thing I want to do is just get them out of there. I know it's a hot spot. I've tracked through there also. I've tracked in a lot of places. Um, and a lot of times I'll just track just because people who I go visit, we'll talk about tracking and stuff like that, and next thing you know, we're out there tracking. We're talking about what we're looking for and everything and things like that. 'Cause when you sit down with me, we're going to have a conversation about, especially in the woods, we're going to have a conversation about tracking, warrior ways, um, ancient maps, ancient information, old stories. We always share as much information as we can with each other when we have that chance. I've had a lot of people always tell me, "You always just talk about this stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, you need to know. I don't care about the football game. I don't care about the basketball game. I don't care about the holiday. I don't care about the turkey, whatever. I'm trying to give you as much information as possible." We have those conversations, and some of them I keep thinking, I wish everyone could just sit down and listen to some of these conversations. And the conversations I'm talking about are with other knowledgeable people, people who know the sky maps, people who know the hieroglyphs, um, people who know the history, people who know the ceremonies. Those conversations are the ones that people need to listen to because you don't hear conversations like that ever. There's only certain conversations with certain people and that's what we're also building here. Everyone here, we're going over these hieroglyphs. We're teaching you ancient stories, teaching you about the Bigfoot, where it comes from, its origin, what its intention is, what its purpose is, and then we also teach here. We help out with tracking. I mean, we teach you things to look for, what we look for, and that's also to keep everybody safe, as safe as possible. Now, our team is actually getting a little tighter now because we know that we have to get this information out to people because people still don't believe that these creatures are out there. And there's not just Bigfoot, there's other creatures out there. Um, Hopefully, if I can get some other people to volunteer their stories, that when we're out in the field or these places that we go to, that they will share that story with you and with us also, because it's my other speaker. But we're gonna be out in the field pretty soon. This weekend we're on call. So team members, you are on call if you get this stream. I know some of them watch later. Actually, all of them watch later. The team members always watch the show or watch the stream. This is for them, so they always watch. But you are all on call, um, and that location will be given out whenever it's time to go. Have your grab bags, your go bags ready, because if I hope nothing happens. I hope they just get the vocals and get pictures and get the smells and get cast and video of things like that. I hope that's what they get. I hope that's all they get. I really do. Um, I've tracked through there. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. I've tracked through there, and I'll have my weapon. I hope they carry weapons. But everything I found in out there in that area, um, along with the owner and the other another team member. So we had two. Actually, we had three team members there doing this track, and we all found what we was looking for. Um, that's whenever we also closed a portal. Um, a lot of people don't know that I do have a key to the dead, and I'm a guardian of portals, as the people who were at the portals They are now, but they have their own keys. They found their own keys, just like me. I found mine, but my key to the dead was in a map, and it was a map that I painted myself. That's a different story. Maybe I'll share that with you of how I came to the key of the dead. So we tracked up there. They're going to be out there, so we're on call. Team, you're on call. Um, Also, team members, whoever can make it on Monday, contact me for Monday. There's another thing that I need to do. That is the snatch and grab. I need to see if we got some team members who can make that. We're gonna need at least 2 vehicles and weapons. It's just a quick snatch and grab. It's to get that trail cam that we left. I mean, we left it up there, but it was strategically placed to catch action of a slaughterhouse area, a trap area. Um, we've seen where they hang the meat. We've seen their lodge right there. We've seen their hidden lodges, and they're so you know you're not going to see most of these because they're done when they make their hiding little forts, which they'll stand in and they'll come up. It'll look like either tree, it'll look like brush, it'll look like a mountain, you know, or a little hill, but it's put there, and over time, when it rains, the leaves fall, more vegetation grows. That thing becomes right into the landscape, and you all got to know that some people will run right up on and play on one of them. Be careful. Know your area. Be very observant while you're out there. And Joe Blow says he looks forward to hearing about the key. Maybe we could talk about that tomorrow. I'm trying to because we got. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody now we may not be on tomorrow because and Seeker's here. Good to see you, Seeker. I'm glad you're here, but we may not be on tomorrow because we got to track on this side of where I live, and then I got to. I'm not supposed to track, but I have to go visit a friend. Um, we've been putting it off for a while, so it'll be good to see him. Everybody knows him, especially in this area. So I gotta go see him tomorrow. So I may not be on tomorrow because when I'm talking with friends, especially at their homes and their houses, I'm not gonna try to run back here, or I'm not gonna try to live stream at their house because I like to listen to them. I like to talk with them because we only get a short time together, and whenever we get that short time together, we're gonna sit down and talk. We're gonna have a conversation. We're not. And I had some friends before to where we may have wanted to go somewhere, but even going to get donuts, things like that. Those are times that you still have that you could be talking instead of separating and going and doing things. But we got that coming up. Snatch and grab. We're looking at Monday. If I can get enough of the team members together for Monday, I want to do that snatch and grab because we're going to be in that area. We might as well do it. It's been up there long enough. Just bring your weapons for this one for sure. Okay, so the weekend after that, that's Colorado. We're gonna be tracking up there. There's been some confirmed sightings. And for us, it's not that we want to go and look for Bigfoots, but if we got friends or people who are really concerned about Bigfoots around their areas or their homes, yeah, we'll go up there. We'll go track them. We'll tell you what's in the area. We'll give you the locations of where they're at, and we'll help you deter them from your areas. But we don't just go out looking for Bigfoots. We do track. We love to track every chance we get. If we can get in those woods, or even back behind the houses, or even edge of the towns, we'll go in just to train, just to listen, just to observe, just to um, fine tune the skills, I guess you would say, of each tracker before you are deep in the forest and doing things. And you don't have to go deep into the forest to find a Bigfoot. You can look at the edge of town. Uh, Go find the woods. Walk through there. Look around. You're going to find them. They are everywhere right now. They're on the move. Last 2.5 years, they've been on the move. There's some Bigfoot supposedly guys here in Oklahoma who don't into Bigfoot areas. I seen one guy just found one, trap, one bend, and that was his big Bigfoot thing. Let's see. Seeker says hi to everybody, and so hello to everybody. Hello, Seeker. Let's see. So, and we have been getting some reports of dogs barking around the Colorado area, and so we're gonna go and check it out. Um, and that one, the people are actually able to pay the gas money and the food, so um, we don't have to worry about that. All we have to do is get there now. So let's see. Now after that, after that, we got to do some tracking around here. More increases of sightings and prowlers. We're going to have to do uh, some extra tracking around these areas in different spots that where I would think that they would be at if they were in the area. We're going to track those areas. Um, One of the team members also has to have his area tracked because he's a tracker. He knows he's got them, but in that area, he doesn't have a lot of neighbors. So we need to get up there. And this is also where we found one of the clubs that these Bigfoots use. They use weapons. Carry your weapons. Bigfoot will use a weapon on you. A rock is a weapon. And so instead of David and Goliath, it's like Goliath carrying a boulder. They carry clubs. They carry spears. They carry sticks. If they're throwing things at you, go ahead and leave. You don't have. It's better you do leave, especially if you don't have weapons. It's time to go. If your dog alerts and growls at the forest, it's time to go. That dog will fight with you. Don't worry about the dog. The dog will fight with you. Let's see. And then we got the camp coming up in March, and then we have that trackers. It's called the Bigfoot Activity Challenge Conference. That's sort of that's March 20th through the 23rd. That's a 4-day conference, a 4-day challenge to bring other groups in, but it is an invite only. Bring some groups in. We got some places that we haven't tracked. We'll just have people go out and track those groups. um, that everybody will track a different area for 4 days. I mean, for 3 days, and then we're going to match them up on that fourth day. I'm sending people out different areas. You're going to track different areas. All you're looking for is activity. Do not engage with a Bigfoot. Do not try to catch a Bigfoot. They will always have multiple. Don't think that if you see one, that's the decoy. Don't follow Bigfoots. They're walking you right into a trap. Know your area. Know what corrals look like. Those sticks that are pushed in the side sideways, those are corrals. They can be branches this big, but they'll be pointed in there so that everybody goes that way. And notice where you're walking because you know psychologically you know that you're being corralled. So you're going to walk along the edge and down the way you're supposed to without even thinking about it. You may be thinking I'm looking for a way through or something like that, but mentally you're just walking right down where you're supposed to be going. Be very observant. I know everybody can't do it exactly the way I do it, but I'm very observant. So this is like for things that when you first see them, or if they first make their presence known, or if someone the dogs are missing, things like that. Find those structures. They will be around there somewhere, and they are pretty much everywhere right now. So I think that's everything for the team. I think that's all that we got to talk about tonight for the team. We're going to have a question and answer now, but I'm going to talk about direction, focus, and intent. But if you have a question, Bigfoot related, uh, well, actually, anyway, anything really. I mean, Bigfoot related. You can even ask about the hieroglyphs, the maps, things like that. Uh, I don't know. You can even ask a couple of questions of what we do in the field or how we do something. I mean, we do share that information. Like yesterday, we talked about preparing, getting ready and heading out. Um, what we do, how we prepare, how we enter the woods. We talked about that yesterday. So if you didn't watch that yesterday, go back and watch yesterday's, and actually the last three. I think you should really watch at least those last three because we have started over. Um, if you hadn't been here before, this group was so advanced, and this group is here. They are, even though they may not type in or something that um, uh, they know I mean, what I'm talking about as far as being advanced because I was able to get everybody reading hieroglyphs, um, symbols through the ancient stories. So this group got really advanced, and then we had a lot of influx of new um, this channel through another channel, I believe, or Buckeye Bigfoot. I do put stories, actual encounter stories, in the Buckeye Bigfoot um, channel. I just sent one in. It's the last part of. I think it says natives, how the natives do it his way, or something like that. But that was one of the last stories. I got one almost finished, but I just need to put a few touches on it. Send that one in, and then I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna start with the recent things that has been going on, and that will also include um, everything that I've talked about that we're doing right now. The snatch and grab, being on call, um, tracking tomorrow morning, tracking in another place. Um, we'll be tracking up Colorado, those places. Um, and we're not just going to anybody's house. It's people that we know who, um, that we know, they know what's going on. So we're just actually going to go up there and just kind of make the appearance and the presence for it to know that we know, and do a deter, uh, a lot of things to deter it, and then everybody will know it's there. We'll have the photos, the videos, and things like that. And that's also a good thing to do that we do is that we give the landowner a rundown of what we found and things like that. But they are being very active right now, so we will be doing a lot of tracking around this area as well. A lot of training. We need a lot more people trained. We need everyone in these streams trained. Don't forget about the tracking school camp in spring. We're not going to have the one in um, December, but we will still do the ceremony, and we will welcome the sun back, and then we will also have that Bigfoot Activity Challenge Conference in the middle of tracking school. So the whole month from March to April, you'll be in the tracking school. But when the challenge comes up, which is the 20th through the 23rd, you'll be trained enough to be on our team. Uh, you're going to be doing a live track. You're going to be doing the tracking. We're just going to observe. I mean, there's certain areas that we're going to do the tracking. And if there's certain situations that we see that might progress, then we will take over and get everyone back out of there, safe. We're not there to engage Bigfoots. We're not there to catch Bigfoots. We can catch them. We can, but also that includes encounters. And we know Bigfoot use weapons too, and it will fight too. So, but if the encounter happens, the encounter is going to happen, and we're going to encounter. We're going to engage. We're not going to be that team that's going to try to run and hide in the car or underneath the car. But so if there's any Bigfoot questions, I'm open. Um, but also your intentions, your intent. That's a big thing in the world because intent is everywhere in the world. If you intend to do something, it will get done. Things will move out of your way. Things will come in your way to help you get that intent done as long as you stay focused on that intent. Don't let anybody distract you. That intent is for you. That's your one of your powers to have things come through. Hope is another one. Keep hope. Don't ever let hope go. Hope will get you through, but your intent will move a mountain. Your intent will, your intent moves things out of your way. Your intent puts things in your way, or your intent gets you to where you intend to be. This goes the same way even with, schoolwork. Intend to finish that homework. Intend to be at practice on time. Intend to um, play that song in the band the very best today. Intend on it. Kathy says she has shadows moving. Okay, Kathy, where are you at again? Is that Alabama or Pennsylvania? Or maybe that was Lisa. Where you at, Kathy? Um, you got people there? I know you got weapons. A warrior always has weapons. Your weapon will not be more than 5 foot away from a warrior. Keep your weapons on you all the time. And if you go into the wood line, you have a weapon. Make it a big weapon. There are some big creatures out there. Your intent. But Kathy, if you can, I don't know if you can write or type or however you may be doing the voice text. I don't know. If you can't talk, that's cool. But give us an update when you can, Kathy. And that's another thing too. A lot of people who do watch this channel, we have been getting to know each other as far as names and everything, so we kind of know where everybody may be, so that we watch those areas and that those people in those areas also share. Yes, okay, Kathy, good. Kathy says she's here. All right, that's good. I'm glad you're observant. Good job, Kathy. Be observant around your own house. Every noise, know every noise in your house. And if you even got an older house, know every creak. Know if it creaks when it rains or swells. Know every sound in your house. All doors are shut in your house. Open doors, things can move left and right. Set up, get the best spot. Creatures do come into the houses when people leave their doors open and their windows open, especially in summertime. They'll feed off of energy. They'll feed off the food that you leave on the table. But the intention also is in the spiritual world. And that's how you move in the spiritual world, is with your intent, your intention. You have to use your mind, your will. And your will, like we said, is located right underneath your belly button. That's where your will is located. It gets its direction here, or it's supposed to get the direction from here. But a lot of people has been trained society and reasoning. And when you do that, you're not thinking from the heart. The heart is a need. It's not a want. The mind or the reasoning is a want. If you think from the heart, if you let your heart guide you, it will go direct the will, and everything will happen the way you're supposed to happen, and in a good way. Use that intent. When you're dreaming in dreams, if you're ever in a trauma situation, your energy will come out. Your energy will wait until your body can handle that trauma and then come back out. But you got to know, do not leave your body. Guard your body when things like that happen. Those are the severe times. Those are life and death times. Trauma, impact, coma, near death. Those situations. Don't leave your body. I'm at guard your body. The trauma may be too much. Guard your body. Protect your body. We also explained that your energy body, which is that astral projection, which is that spirit, which is that soul that pops out, that energy protects the physical body. So you protect that physical body when trauma is like that. You stay with it, you protect it. If you don't, other creatures, other energy creatures can enter a person's body. So many people are just taught to drift and go. Don't be taught that way. Stay with your body. You have to protect your body until your body is able to take that trauma or that pain and then you return. Don't let anything else get in there. Too many people have done that before. Now, a person who has had a trauma and has been invaded, and some of these creatures will try to share that body with you if you leave it open, that person will be very good. I mean, whatever they were doing, like we talked about before, like an accounting person to a basketball player, that accountant will be very good. It'll get, and all of a sudden, it's advancing because that's all it does. It won't change a job. It can't figure out another job. It only knows what the body knows. The body is still going through the motions as long as it has energy to push through it. It's just like when you're driving your car. When you daydream, you realize you went 5 miles and no accident. Your body is already trained to drive. So even if you daydream, but teach the body to do something like that. When we're in the field, when we use the mind protection techniques, when we do get invaded or tried, when they do try to invade, that's when we use our mind protection techniques, but we also talk to our body. We always set our body what to do. If you tell your body we're going to do this at a certain time, your body will be itching to do something at that certain time. If you have to use your mind protection technique in the field or even around the house, make sure your body knows. One of the team members, let me check that. Your body will still know what to do. So when you set your intent, when you're in the field and you have to use your mind protection technique, and you can do this in the woodlands too. If you're just, looking around your areas, your homes, run those mind protection techniques and set your body to know what you want it to do while you're in that um, technique. Let me get that team member again. Okay, team members um, up to date, but they didn't understand. It was funny because the way we kind of talked to each other, um, the team member was saying that she didn't understand this certain word that I said because, and then I told her what it meant, and she said I didn't understand because I'm always talking in code, and that's how we talk. Really, we don't. That's why I said whenever you're sitting around with us, we talk different. Here we're trying to just get it to where everyone understands it. But if you was with us in the field, we talk different. I mean, in the field, we don't talk at all. Base camp, and a lot of people are picking up the lingo here. We talk about abnormalities, oddities, uh, baseline. You know, things like that. It's a different kind of talk, and plus, whenever we're in the field, we use our hand signals and things like that too. But we also talk about what we're going to do before we do it. We want everybody to know what we're going to do before we do it. We're not going to go out there in the field like you see these other guys that start talking about. You go check this area out. You go do this. Once we get there, everybody knows what to do. You go straight to do what you're supposed to do. I'm going to go straight to do what I'm supposed to do. So that's your intent. Set your intent. It works everywhere. It's everywhere in the universe. The intent is set your intent. Also, focus on that intent. Use direction with that intent. Put everything, I mean, see it. Be very specific with your intent. If I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be somewhere. Your body will listen to you. Your body will be like tugging on your shoulder, like, oh, it's time. It's time. So tonight is a Q&A, and but we haven't had any questions. Um, so I'm gonna be on here about another 10 minutes. I'm just trying to do these for about an hour. First, we do the teamwork. We gotta let the team know what's going on because this channel is for the team. It is a Bigfoot channel, but we do have to make sure that the team is up to date when the team is on time. But if not, then they always watch the stream or they'll try to catch it later. But for each team member, if you miss any of the stream, watch the whole stream. There is information on there. There is updates of what we're doing. Um, Katie's not on call. She's too far away. This is just the team members who are in this area. You're all on call for the weekend, Friday and Saturday. Be ready to travel if we have to travel. We're just on call. Tomorrow, back in the morning and in the evening, I'm sure when we get to my other friend's place, um, I think he was wanting to cook dinner or something. So uh, I'm always happy to sit down and talk and have a meal. And and then Monday we're going to try that snatch and grab. If we got the team, if we got enough vehicles, enough weapons, we're going to do the snatch and grab. Um, that's on Monday. We may have an extra visitor for that day from Arkansas that's coming in. He's a friend we have never met, but we're both Choctaw people, and he was helping me with a project a couple months back, and but we'd never met. So I told him I'd be up around that area, and so he said, if you're that close, I'll meet you. And so we're set to also meet with him, and he may want to go with us, um, but he would only observe. He wouldn't be out of the vehicle. He wouldn't be doing anything but observing, and we would have a weapon for him as well. Um, and then Colorado. So just a couple more minutes here for any Bigfoot questions. I am a Bigfoot expert. I can answer any questions. But when I said that, there was some guy who said, "Well, what's the bra size of a I think it was a juvenile Bigfoot or something?" I said, "No, I don't want questions like that. Ask me the colors. Ask me what the hair looks like. Ask me." Oh, but I mean, but this channel, there's quite a few people on here that we had a Q&A like 2 or 3 nights ago too, so we have answered a lot of questions. So a lot of people their questions were answered. So, and I do see a lot of regular people here, which is good. I like that because we get to share updates and tell you what we're doing. And also when we come out of the field, we always share the pictures, the videos, the prints, but we're not really bringing back many more prints. It's like you could build a sidewalk already. uh, but I'm here. We got some Bigfoot related questions. Bigfoot related questions. Q&A. Q&A. Whatever you need to know. Whatever you need to know. Bigfoot related room. Let's just keep. Do you need a question about the Bigfoot? If not, Kathy said, "Do they get gray when they get old?" Yes, they do. Bigfoot related questions, but everything looks good though. Let me turn this down a tad bit. So Bigfoot related questions, but oh, good, Kathy. Good, Kathy. But good, Katie. I read what you wrote. Jerry, she says, "Did I tell you that Michael's in for next weekend?" Good, good, good. So team members, if you're traveling, get there. Team members, you're on call for the weekend. Make sure your grab bags are ready. Team members who can make it on Monday for a snatch and grab in Arkansas, let me know. Yes, Katie, we will be there. So I'm gonna go ahead and close for the night. We'll be back tomorrow night. We may talk about the key of the dead. May talk about the key of the dead tomorrow. Um, yes, Katie, this coming Monday we have a snatch and grab up in the top of the mountain. Got a can we left up there. um, at the slaughterhouse, and we just want to get up there and get out. That's on Monday. That's the one coming up. Hey, we're starting to glitch. At least we made it through this time. So I'll be back tomorrow. Whoa, I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 because um, we got a track in the morning here for where the prowler was, and then we got to give them a report. And some of these tracks, it may take us 10 hours to track. We want to be as thorough as we can. I mean, we know that they're there, but we want the people to have evident proof that these things are there, even though the people who have called or who have talked to, they know that we do this with the Bigfoots. That we track them, we'll locate them, we'll let you know where they're at, and help you deter them. That's tomorrow. So I might not be on tomorrow, but if not, no, Friday I won't be either. Saturday's iffy. Sunday looks good. Monday is iffy, but we will be back. At least I'll do like I was suggested to be done was to go ahead and put like an announcement that it's going to be up. But in the comments, if we're not going to make it or if we're out, I'm going to write on the comment section here that says no show tonight or no stream tonight, that we're in the field or what we're doing. So I will see everybody tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. But if not, I will have one of these announcements up and I will put it in the comments that we won't be. That way nobody has to wait around past 7:10. So I appreciate everybody coming in tonight, listening. I hope we helped you with a couple things, answered your questions, and that we will see you tomorrow night. And if we do, then we will talk about the Key of the Dead and that map. So everybody have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow night.